Welcome to tonight's edition of ETV News. I'm Hannah Lasbury.
And I'm Kaylee Roberts. Thanks for tuning in.
As we enter Halloween weekend, let's start off by featuring two of the fun upcoming events. First, look no further than to Downtown Stores. The town is hosting a community trick-or-treat this Saturday from 3 to 5 p.m. Anyone wearing a costume can receive treats from participating businesses. Just look right into the store signs to see who's involved to snag a candy. The event will be free and take place rain or shine, so be sure to attend if you're looking for something sweet to be a part of before the nighttime.
If trick-or-treating isn't for you, the Willimantic Theater Guild right on Main Street will also be hosting an event this Saturday. The Prometheus Theater of the Air Radio Drama Production Group, in collaboration with the Guild, will be putting on a show called Tales of Terror. The show will feature 9 actors with a script encompassing 3 vignettes from horror story adaptations of authors Edgar Allan Poe, Bram Stoker, and W.W. Jacobs' works. The way that this radio broadcast works is through streaming from stations 14 Willie AM and 95.3 FM during the performance. But to see the technical production firsthand and on-stage crews work their spooky magic, be sure to purchase tickets ahead for $10 online and get there right for showtime at 7:15 p.m. If you don't have plans yet, this is definitely a bone-chilling event you won't want to miss.
Halloween is a popular time for college students. It allows them to get creative and dress up in different costumes. Reporter Sophia Vilches asked around Eastern, what are you being for Halloween this year?
I'm Sophia Vilches reporting for ETV News at Eastern Connecticut State University here just outside the Student Center, and today we'll be asking students what they will be dressing up for Halloween. What are you dressing up for Halloween?
I'm going to be Ken and my girlfriend's going to be Barbie, so yeah.
I'm going to be an FBI agent.
I'm going to be Macho Man, like the WWE wrestler.
I'm going to be dressing up as the Nanny Fine from The Nanny.
I'm dressing up as Nightwing from the Superman comics.
I'm going to be a firefighter.
I'm going to be Superman.
I plan to be a pirate this weekend for Halloween. I'm super excited.
I'm being Psychowitz from Victorious with my bald cap I got during the summer when I saw Pitbull.
With many students still dressing up for Halloween this year, one thing's for certain is they continue to dress in a variety of different costumes. I'm Sophia Vilches, here reporting at Eastern Connecticut State University, just outside the Student Center, with Fernando Geronimo behind the camera. Sending it back to you guys in the studio.
Calling all student clubs and organizations, the Funding Request Packet Form, or FRP, is due by this Sunday, October 30th at midnight via email to BAM. For those who don't know or who are learning about what they comprise, an FRP is a budgeted breakdown plan proposed to the school's Budget and Management Committee to get certain allocated money towards hosting club events, paying membership dues, putting on fundraisers, and so much more. Clubs brainstorms their agendas and pitch them to BAM with in-depth descriptions for the academic semester, where they can be granted school-issued funds in support of these types of events. It's important for up-and-coming leaders to gain knowledge about this regular application process and to stay in touch with current Student Activities Director, Jenfrey Florentino. For questions, please reach out to him at florentinoj@my.easternct.edu or stop by the Student Activities office by tomorrow. You won't want to miss this deadline in order to be approved, and we look forward to seeing what you put on in the spring, Warriors.
Also, something that organizations have already put on is some smiles. This past Monday, Eastern students got an opportunity to get their professional headshot taken. Eastern's Communication Honor Society, Lambda Pi Eta, sponsored this event to promote their organization while also getting the chance to show students the on-set studio here on campus. Students who came to the event got several photos of themselves featured around the set and will be able to use them for their portfolios, resumes, and more. Lambda Pi Eta will also be sponsoring many events like this in the future, so be sure to check out their Instagram at ecsu.lph to keep up to date on all their activities.
Speaking of activities and more involved campus life, are you interested in becoming a resident assistant? The application process is now live. Potential applicants must be enrolled full-time in classes, have a minimum GPA of 2.7, have good conduct standing with the university, as well as have earned 24 credits by this past July. Candidates interested have until January 29th to apply and must complete the mandatory Title IX training before the start of the spring 2023 semester. There are several upcoming information sessions on November 10th, November 28th, January 24th, and January 25th. In order to be considered for the position, students must attend one of these times. So what are you waiting for? Mark one of those dates and be ready to apply soon online at ecsujobs.org.
With elections right around the corner, Eastern's chapter of Pi Sigma Alpha, the National Political Science Honor Society, encouraged Eastern students to register to vote. ETV News' Lexi Nimitz has the details.
Today we are here in the Student Center meeting with Pi Sigma Alpha, the National Political Science Honor Society, to learn about the importance of registering to vote.
I spoke with an executive board member of Eastern's chapter of Pi Sigma Alpha to learn more about why they are helping students register to vote.
This is our first year doing like a voter registration, so I know like every year college students kind of be like, I want to get registered but don't know how to, so this is just our way of kind of being involved with the Eastern community and kind of like with our community itself. So we're just having like a website where we just ask people if they're registered or not, and then we register them, and then we enter them for a raffle, and like we have snacks and stuff to kind of bring people to come and like, yeah, let me register.
The society invited a guest speaker to share the importance of voting and why they should register.
Her name is Sue Larson. She's a registrar voter for South Windsor. She holds other municipal positions, and she's just coming to talk about the importance of voter registration.
Alessandra then lets viewers know why she believes it is important to register to vote and practice your right to vote.
I feel like voting is a big way on how to like bring our communities together and decide who's going to be our political leaders. So just learning the importance of voters and knowing that you do have a right and who is voted into the government is important. I feel like people don't really like know that unless you're not like a poli-sci major or like in general if you're not into politics. So it's just our way of like knowing the importance of voter and trying to let other people know who just turned 18 that you can vote and you should vote.
So what are you waiting for, Warriors? Whether you registered with Pi Sigma Alpha or you're registering at your local town hall, make sure you're ready for the November 8th elections. Outside the Student Center at Eastern Connecticut State University, I'm Lexi Nimitz with Julia Florence behind the camera reporting, sending it back to the studio.
With the month of October coming to an end, we look to the next major holiday after Halloween, which happens to be none other than Veterans Day. As we await the nationally celebrated day to honor our heroes, the university's Vet Center asks that we find photographs of our beloved active duty and veteran status service members to commemorate in a special collage on campus for the 11th. Through visual submissions of individuals and/or their loved ones by November 2nd, the Vet Center will create a dedicated celebration of acknowledgement to complement their ceremony. Whether you take part in the submission or not, it is a great reminder to view those photos and recognize the friendly faces in your community that have sacrificed greatly for our freedoms. The Vet Center is a great resource for former veterans and current military members that puts on this memorable annual event you should definitely try stopping by. So stay tuned for a location to be posted to take part and view this collection of photographs of Eastern's family.
After the break, Emily Madden will discuss the new and improved Office of Career Success, formerly known as the Center for Internships and Career Development. Don't go anywhere.
Hi, I'm Smokey Bear, and I made an assistant to help you out, because only you can prevent wildfires.
Hey, Assistant Smokey Bear, call me Papa Bear, because I'm grilling up dinner. Do you get it?
Yes, good job.
So, what should I do with all these coals?
Don't just toss them out. Put them in a metal container because those embers can start a wildfire.
I understand. The stakes are high.
Ha, 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 ha.
See, Smokey thinks I'm funny.
You can talk to me if you're feeling sad.
Thanks for hearing me out, bro.
Whenever you need to talk, I'm here, okay?
Every day, thousands of kids start vaping. And I can't let this happen to my kid. Of course, it's awkward to talk to your kids about the dangers of vaping. Hey, bestie. How sketch is me? It's hard to get their attention. Ready? Go. Yes. Look at that. You didn't turn yours over. So if you want to talk to your kids about the dangers of vaping, you got to get it trending.
No, you're doing it wrong.
Let's go.
Can we talk?
Yeah, what's up?
Visit talkaboutvaping.org for tips on when and how to have the vape talk.
Thanks for sticking with us. We now join Emily Madden in the studio for this week's editorial. Hey, Emily.
Hey Warriors, with the fall semester feeling as though it is flying by, this is a great time to stop by the Office of Career Success to plan out your future years here at Eastern, or even just your future in general. I'm only a first-year student, but I've learned that it is never too early to start planning. The Office of Career Success, or OCS for short, used to be located in the Wood Support Center, but has recently moved into the Academic Success Center that is in the first floor of the library. The office has various resources for students, including career guidance, help with internship opportunities, resume writing, and just to name a few. A closet full of business clothes is also available to Eastern students, as well as the opportunity to do mock job interviews. The OCS is extremely involved with campus events, helping students gauge what they want to do in the future. The office is open for walk-in hours Monday through Thursday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. with career peer coaches, or you can make an appointment with career counselor Jackie Lewis. To book an appointment, visit the office's web page on Eastern's website and click Schedule an Appointment. During your visit, you can gather the information that will make finding a job, internship, grad school, or other opportunities easier. So stop by the Office of Career Success today and start planning. And keep your eye out for more events from the OCS on campus in the future. The next event for those interested in the entertainment industry is on Friday, November 4th in the Fine Arts Instructional Center from 9:30 a.m. to 12 p.m. From ETV News, I'm Emily Madden. Back to you, Kaylee and Hannah.
Thank you, Emily. Next up, electric school buses, viral photos, and Rihanna's releasing a new song. This and more after the break. Stay tuned.
They call me Maxie, but I prefer tripod. I was your above-average four-legged homie, and then wham, bam, minivan. Some people pity me. Now that's lame. I still run, fetch, and swim. And the ladies love me. I'm the ultimate wingman. Just don't ask me to high five.
Welcome back. By now, fans of Rihanna have probably seen her Wednesday tweet teasing her new song, and they only have to wait 2 more days to listen to Lift Me Up. The ballad will be featured on the soundtrack to the new Marvel movie, Black Panther: Wakanda Forever, penned by Rihanna and others. The tune is a tribute to the late Black Panther star Chadwick Boseman. Boseman lost his battle with cancer in 2020. Fans will get to hear the whole Black Panther: Wakanda Forever album November 4th, and the movie releases a week later.
Consumers will have to scare up a little extra money for Halloween candy next week. The cost of chocolate bars are expected to be 14% higher compared to 2021, according to a report from S&P Global Market Intelligence. Analysts say the increase shouldn't come as a surprise to households. Inflation has been impacting the cost of just about everything. Despite this, Americans are not being frightened away. The National Retail Federation says consumers are expected to spend $10.6 billion this Halloween. That's about $500 million more than last year.
Many of us have had to rush away from work just to be somewhere, oftentimes showing up in our work clothes. A Kentucky man did just that and ended up going viral. For many families, it's more than just a basketball game. It's about making memories that will last a lifetime. Kentucky's blue and white game in Pikeville Saturday gave Michael McGuire that opportunity. While most of the fans were in their Kentucky blue, Michael was still in his work clothes and covered in coal dust from having gone the coal mines to go to the game to be with his family. Michael wanted to be there as his son Easton experienced his first Kentucky basketball game and take in every moment. You can see the McGuires several times during the game's broadcast, but it was this picture taken by Troy Lee Thomas that caught the attention of the Kentucky men's basketball coach, John Capillari, who shared it on media looking to identify McGuire and offer VIP tickets to a game this season. The photo went viral. While Michael was underground working, for Michael, he's overwhelmed and humbled by the way the Big Blue Nation rallied to find him, and little Easton is loving it. Michael talked to the Coach Cal on Monday evening. It'll be Easton's first time at the game at Rump Arena, and just a second for Michael, giving his lifelong Kentucky fan another special memory with his family.
The federal government wants to help school districts across the country buy new electric school buses. Vice President Kamala Harris announced nearly $1 billion in rebate awards for school districts on Wednesday. The rebates are a part of the EIP's Clean School Bus program, which supports the purchases of nearly 2,500 low-emission school buses. 95% of them will be electric vehicles. School districts across all 50 states can take part in the program. The money allotted from the efforts come from the infrastructure law President Joe Biden signed last year.
Lawyers for former President Donald Trump say that they have received the House Select Committee's subpoena for their client. Trump and his defense attorneys have until November 4th to turn over the documents listed in the subpoena. The committee investigating the Capitol riot on January 6th has given Trump's team a November 14th deadline to testify. Representative Liz Cheney, vice chair of the committee, has said previously it is unlikely Trump will testify on live TV. Trump recently implied the truth on social media that he, quote, loves the idea of testifying, unquote. However, Trump has not committed to appearing before the committee. Legal observers predict Trump could also fight the subpoena in court until well after the committee's work is done.
There's declining interest in COVID vaccine boosters, even among older adults. According to the Center for Disease Control and Prevention, seniors in the U.S. are more likely to be vaccinated than any other group, but uptake has declined with each additional shot. The CDC reports that about 93% of people aged 65 and older have completed their initial vaccine series, but only about 72% of those eligible have kept up to date by getting their first booster, and less than half have gotten their second booster shot. As for the updated bivalent booster shots, which target the original strain and 2 Omicron subvariants, less than 10% of the population ages 5 and up have gotten it.
When we come back, ETV Sports' Fernando Geronimo joins us for your weekly sports update. We'll be right back.
It's a short ride from your neighborhood to your naturehood. Find fun activities to do, like boating and biking, or camping and hiking, plus much more. To find a neighborhood park or green space near you, visit discovertheforest.org.
They call me Prince like I'm royalty or something. But the places I've lived ain't no palaces. So I don't need grilled salmon or a new scratching post. Just give me a cardboard box and a can of tuna and we're good. You can even change my name. I'm cool being the kitty formerly known as Prince.
Welcome back. Fernando Geronimo is here with all things in Eastern sports. What's new for our Warriors, Fernando?
Well, Kaylee and Hannah, Eastern Athletics fall sports are coming to a close with the Little East Conference tournament starting November 1st. Men's soccer have won their last 2 matchups against Plymouth State and Mass College of Liberal Arts to improve their record to 10-5-2 and record their 13th 10-win season in 15 non-COVID years under head coach Greg DeVito. Their regular season will be a Little East Conference matchup against UMass Dartmouth on October 29th. They'll go into the playoffs as the 3rd seed and will host the 6th seed on Tuesday at 1 p.m. at Thomas Nevers Field. Women's soccer tied against Plymouth State last Saturday 0-0. With that tie, they drop in the playoff standings to 5th place. They will look to win against UMass Dartmouth this Saturday in their final game of the regular season. A win on Saturday would clinch a playoff home game and move the Warriors up to 3rd or 4th place in the playoff standings, depending on the outcome between current 3rd place Castleton and 4th place UMass Boston. If the Warriors clinch a home playoff game, they'll play on Tuesday at Rick McCarthy Field. Women's volleyball dropped both games in their tri-tournament Saturday against Plymouth State and Regis College as they dropped their record to 14-8. They'll take on UMass Dartmouth on October 29th in a Little East Conference matchup in their final game of the regular season. A win for the Warriors on Saturday will put them in 2nd place in the playoff standings and give them a first-round bye in the Little East Conference tournament. A loss for the Warriors and a win for Keene State and WestCon will drop the Warriors to 5th place in the playoff standings and force them to play a road match in the first round. If the Warriors lose but either Keene State or WestCon do not win, the Warriors will host their first round of the tournament on Tuesday at the Francis C. Geisler Gymnasium. Field hockey played their final home game of the season on Tuesday in a big Little East Conference match against the Framingham State Rams. For the Rams, it was a win and in for the playoffs, and for the Warriors, a win would keep them alive to make playoffs. The Rams would go on to win the game 2-0 and eliminate the defending Little East Conference champions. The Warriors will close out their season against Salem State on October 29th. Winter sports are officially underway as men's and women's swimming had their first meet last Saturday against Bridgewater State and Regis College. The men's team lost to Bridgewater State 124-79, but won against Regis College 137-50. As for the women's swim team, they lost in a close one to Bridgewater State 119-110, but also won against Regis College 116-79. Their next matchup will be on November 5th in a UMass Dartmouth Lewis E. thing. Be sure to keep up with all our daily content regarding Eastern Athletics by following our social media, ECSU Athletics, and our streams, as always, are powered by Sidearm Sports and Blue Frame Technology. That is all for this week around Eastern Athletics. I'm Fernando Geronimo. Guys, back to you.
Thanks so much, Fernando.
That ends tonight's episode of ETV News. Please be sure to check us out on our Instagram and subscribe to our YouTube channel.
From director Lexi Nimitz, producer Julia Florence, and the entire ETV News staff, thank you for watching. I'm Hannah Lasberry.
And I'm Kaylee Roberts. See you next week, Eastern.